I'm also kind of nervous about I'm glad to hear about the birthday because I'm a little, if I feel like I'm a little out of touch, it's because I'm used to a room full of socially withdrawn nerds who are kind of scattered throughout the room because we're nervous about going up on stage. And now all of the socially withdrawn nerds, we're all in the front, and there's like a dotted line right through the middle. And there's a whole bunch of socially outgoing nerds in the back, and it's a very different experience. I better fuck up. So I got to tell you about some conversations I've had lately. A friend of mine, her son, she said, I'm letting my son go to his first New Year's Eve party. He's in high school. And she said, I went to him and I said, you can go to a New Year's Eve party, but you got to be back by 11:30. What kind of parent gives a kid a homework assignment on New Year's Eve? Because that's not being permissive. That's giving them a homework assignment. Because I'm guessing somewhere around 12:30, 1 o'clock, he's got to do some drama class homework, namely the performance of a lifetime, why he didn't get in on time. Because there's no way you're getting back New Year's Eve 11:30. And I'm thinking it's also got to be a creative writing assignment, because Mom's been thinking about how she messed it up 30 years ago. And she knows every excuse you can possibly come up with. So you can't just wing that one. You got to write it out. Anyway, I was talking to another friend about how things are going really well. I got this book that's about to come out, and it's about to go to press, and it's getting really great reviews, and my podcast is getting really great reviews, getting really important people on it, and I don't have time for anything else. These little side projects are taking over everything. My friend goes, are you ever going to use that PhD in physics? Do you use that for what you do? I go, yeah. It's in everything I do. There's science, because it's a lot of environment stuff. She goes, yeah, but are you really going to use a PhD in physics? And I go, the unemployment rate for PhD in physics is like 1%. I think that's me. Anyway, I got to tell you about the worst problem in the world. Do you ever go to, it's like a big dinner and you can't quite get out of it, so you go to the restaurant, and when you arrive, maybe you're on a budget so you don't want to spend a lot of money, or maybe you're on a diet so you don't want to eat a lot of food, or maybe you just came from some place where you ate a lot, so you don't want to get a lot. But you walk in and people have realized that this is going to be, not separate checks. Everyone's going to split the bill. And a few people have worked it out. And they're ordering drink after drink after drink, and they're ordering the steaks, and they're ordering appetizer after appetizer, and you're like, I'm going to pay for this. I got to pay for this, and I don't want to dig in on all that stuff. And then, there's people in the middle that you can kind of tell, at the beginning they were like you, and they were thinking, I'm not going to go for all this. There's only so many times that the guacamole can pass you by before you start going in for the guacamole. And then they start getting a drink, and then start getting another drink. You're like, now I got to pay for you too. Like, maybe you think to yourself, maybe I should just give in and just go with the flow and have fun too. And you're like, the last time I did that, I woke up and I regretted it. And you think, maybe I could just say to them, can you lay off the big, hot, top shelf stuff? Can you just lay off a little bit? And you know that they're going to say back to you, come on, go with the flow, have a good time. Why do you be such a spoil sport? And you think maybe you could say to them, can we at least do separate checks for me? Can we do separate checks? And they're going to be like, don't be such a nerd, have a good time. Have we all been there? It's all happened to us. It's really annoying, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't just say it was annoying. I didn't just say it sucked. I said it was the worst problem in the world. Does anybody know the technical term for when everybody has to pay the same, but some people are indulgent, and you know the next morning some of them are going to regret it. And the people in between are thinking, they're kind of moving over to that side when they were on your side, and you're thinking to yourself, you feel yourself starting to feel that way, and you're starting to feel kind of corrupted. The technical term for that is global warming. Didn't think about that one coming, did you? And I want to leave you with this. That the next time that you're somewhere and people are like, oh, it's walking distance and they don't want to take an Uber, or you're at the supermarket and they're going to give you all these plastic bags you don't need, it makes a difference. Every little bit counts. Stick with what you think is right. They'll come around.